Hey everyone! Oh, let me go back to the comments. How is everyone? Happy Mother's Day to all the moms.
Yes, happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, let me just plug in my vape real quick. Okay. So we were supposed to have a full house today, but Daniel got sick. He was sent home from work. So Daniel's not going to be here. And Froggy isn't here yet, so I'm hoping she'll pop in at some point. But let's see who's all here. We got Sierra. Hello. We got Samantha, Kova, Laura. Let me see here. Got Bridget. Let's see who else. Zoila. Crafty Corner 6. Hello, hello. Let's see. We got Dinky Jen. Kivia. Granny D. Me. We got Kel and Patsy. And let's see. Let me catch up here. And Steve, hello. I think I got everyone that commented. So hello, hello, everyone. Sorry we're a little late. We're waiting on to see if other TFFers were going to show up. Hey, Teresa. Happy Mother's Day. And Gloria, hello, hello. Oh, we got a scroll raid. Awesome. Okay. This is for the raiders. Yay, we love raiders.
Sierra.
So I was late. Oh, we're late too, so don't worry about it. We literally just got on like 2.5 minutes ago, so no worries at all. Oh my goodness. All right. I got like schmutz all over the place here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I was just gonna do it's like a tutorial, but then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna make a slideshow also, so that I don't know, like panic attack. We got Jay. Hello, hello, hello again to Samantha. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. I think I got everyone. Let's see. So do you guys want to do a tutorial / cal today, or wait for a full TFF, what do you call it, panel? What I was going to do is top down, either granny or V-stitch top, depending on how you want to do it. It's literally worked the exact same way except granny or V-stitch. So yeah, make either choice. Oh my goodness. So how is everyone? How is everyone's Mother Day so far? You guys do anything exciting or have any exciting plans?
Just working on my Sherlock.
You say Sherlock? Is that what that's called? Okay. I have no idea what it was called.
Oh, not this. This one's called Frozen Berries, but I was working on my Sherlock.
Okay. So we have options today. Let's see. So if we do the tutorial, I mean, you don't need it all at once because we're not going to complete it today, obviously. It's a sweater. So I did this once with granny stitch in size. It was off the shoulder, like completely off the shoulder. And with a 4-weight yarn, and I think I used a 5.5 mil hook, or maybe even a 6. I think I used a 6 mil hook for that. And oh, Kel's got yarn and hook ready. Yeah, so I think I used about of a 4-weight yarn for the granny. I can't remember if I used 3 or 4 skeins, so either 1200 or 1600. But I think it's closer to the 1200 because the granny doesn't take as much as like a solid panel. And if you're doing the V-stitch instead, it'll use even less yarn. So just to be safe, maybe have about 1500 of a 4-weight or equivalent in the smaller yarn, because you can make it at any yarn weight you want, any hook size you want, depending on the drape you want. You can make the neck hole as big or as small as you want. Like I said, I legit made like completely off the shoulder. So it's so customizable. It's ridiculous. We researched Mom's Day here. We scheduled, researched, duh. We scheduled Mom's Day here, bad pain day and a long day. Oh, I'm so sorry. We're having dinner at my mom's tomorrow instead. I chatted with her for about an hour on video chat. Oh, at least you had that, but I hope everyone feels better. I'm going to switch yarn, BRB. Don't start without me. I'll never catch up. All righty, Kel. Let me know when you're back. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, so we're going to do, probably not going to complete the whole like top portion today, but I'll walk you through doing it all. And yeah, and then next week we'll work on like the torso part. No worries, Sarah. I had to tell Cody that he had made dinner reservations for me at 5. I'm like, oh, can we make it at 6 instead? Yay, Joanne!
Hi, Joanne.
How are ya? For anyone that just came in, we're going to be doing a top-down granny or V-stitch sweater top type thing. So whatever yarn weight you want, whatever hook size you want. And probably approximately, if you're using a 4-weight, probably anywhere from 12 to 1600 yards.
Hi, Granny D.
Hello, hello. Let's see. Okay. Make sure I have all my stuff ready. Here, I'll just show you kind of like, I made like a mini sample that I'm going to frog to do it. Hey, Suzanne. All right, so so this is kind of the idea. Like it's teeny tiny, but just to give you an idea, like this is what the V-stitch ends up looking like, and this is what the granny stitch looks like, except obviously it would be bigger. Then you kind of join it when your arms fit through, and then you join it there. So that's kind of, you can literally make the neck hole as big or small as you want. Like I just said, I went completely off the shoulder with mine. And you can have any kind of collar style you want to. So like it's super customizable.
Patsy asked what size you were going to make it in because she's a 1X or a 2.
I'm probably going to do, I don't even know what size I am really. Bigger than I want to be, that's for sure. Well, I mean, you can make it whatever size you want. You literally do the top portion until you can fit your arms through comfortably with a stitch marker. And then you just go around and around for the torso. So it could literally be like any size you want. You just keep going until it fits you.
Hi, Judy. Hi, Suzanne.
Hello, hello. Yeah, the only difference is the amount of yarn you use. You could literally make it for like King Kong if you wanted to. Or even Jeremy, if anyone knows Jeremy the cow. Oh, Joanne's on her phone, so she can't tag everyone. No worries. Who was it that was running to get yarn? Did I miss her coming back?
That was Kel.
Oh, it's Kel. Okay, so she is back. Oh, wait. I got yarn and hook ready. Okay.
Oh,
Unless,
she did?
oh, she went to go switch yarn after that. Okay. I'm all over the place. All right. Okay. Hello, Divergent Crystal. Hello, hello. How are you?
Hi, DC.
Just woke up from your nap.
I need to go take one.
Mm, me too, but I can't. I went to bed. I was working on the slideshow till about 5:30 in the morning, and then Mr. Cocktails kept me up till about 7. And yeah, so then I woke up at around noon. But right after this, I have to take off to Chattagee to see my kiddos. Okay, so we got 26 in the house. Are you back, Cal? Hey, Ivy.
Hi, Ivy. There she is.
There you are. No worries, no worries. Wish I didn't wake like a nut ready to fight. Nothing was there. Oh, you sound like you wake up like Mr. Cocktail sleeps. Anytime he like moves or nudges a bit, I like duck and cover because he flails. Oh, you couldn't find the yarn you wanted? Well, everything we're going to do today is in writing. I don't know if I'll be able to post it to the Facebook group before I have to run off to see my kiddos, but it's like a slideshow, so you'll be able to like watch this back if you do like want to change your mind about the yarn or whatever. Yeah, so you can watch this back as often as you want. It'll be in writing or even jot down as we go. All right. Is anyone not ready? Doing much better. Thank you for the well wishes and prayers. Oh, that's good to hear, Ivy. Awesome. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out how to show you what I'm doing at the same time as showing you the slideshow, but I can switch back and forth. It's not a big deal. Okay. Nobody said they're not ready, so I don't got a whole lot of time. I literally have to be out of here at 5 to get ready and get out the door. So let's get this show on the road. Woke up in full fight or flight mode. I do that ever so often. Side effect of PTSD. Oh my goodness. Jeez Louise. Teresa, am I ever ready? Don't answer that. Oh my goodness. Okay, so for those that just came in, I'll quickly show you. This is like a mini version, just like a sample to show you. You're literally going to start your chain and then go around and around and around with rounds until you can fit your arms through the armholes. Just add stitch markers here to know for sure. And you can even try it on as you go. And yeah, so that's pretty much how you're going to end up doing that. So for the purposes of the tutorial, just because it is quicker, I'm going to do the V-stitch, but I'm going to show you how to do with the granny stitch. So that's what the V-stitch looks like. That's what the granny looks like. So it depends how airy you want it to be or how summery you want it to be. So like with the V-stitch and a cotton yarn, make an awesome, what do you call it? Summery shirt. Okay. So for this, you're going to start with a multiple of 18 plus 12. For each color grouping you see around there, that's you need 3 stitches, 3 chains for every like V or granny stitch, and the plus 12 is to make up the corners. So the corners are in the red, and so what do you call it? And as a general rule of thumb, I try to keep like the front and back panels about double the number of stitches as the side panels. So yeah, so that's the general rule of thumb, but you can alter that. Like if you have like, if you want a more roomy arm, you can technically go more, but then you'd need to do a multiple of 20, I believe in that case, but we're just going to do it this way. And See how it goes. Okay. Next. Can you make the image big? Yes, I can. Okay, let's go with this way. Is that big enough, or do you want it full screen? I'll just go full screen. Oh, hang on. What just happened?
I tried to do full screen.
Okay. Okay. Actually, I changed the layout settings. Let me fix that real quick. Layouts. And I don't want it cropped. There we go. And go full screen again. Why is it still cropped? Hang on. I'm going to fix it, guys. I'm going to fix it.
Try the last one. See what it does.
Spotlight layout, whatever. Oh, that's what I wanted. I don't want to crop the solo layout. Okay. That's what I wanted. Okay, so now if I go full screen, there we go. It's for real full screen now. And okay. All right. So once you've got your chain of a multiple of 18, you're just going to keep going at a multiple of 18 until you have like the neck hole as big as you want it. And like I mentioned earlier, I went so big that it actually went around my shoulders, did complete off the shoulder. And then I did like, what's it called? Like ribbing, like front post, back post to like make it more stretchy to hold it around for like the collar portion to make it more like, I don't know. I thought it was cool. So once you've got that, you're going to remember that number before you add the plus 12. Remember that number because we're going to need it. So once you get your multiple in the amount that you want, remember that number, and then add 12 more. And then you're going to join with a slip stitch to the first stitch, being super careful not to twist your chain. And there will be a little bit of math at this point. And I promise after this, though, it'll be easy peasy. And just depending on the multiples you used and whatnot. So once you have your hole the size you wanted with your plus 12, this is how it's going to work. Okay, so for every 18 chains, for every set of multiples that you have, you're going to have 2 front V or granny stitches and 1 on the side. So again, this is before you added the plus 12. Hey, Yarn for a smile. Oh, and Unique too. Hello, hello. Okay, so I'm going to show you the math breakdown. I promise it's not as scary as it seems. So let's say we started with 180, just to make the math simple. And yeah, so in that case, you would have 20. I'll just say V stitches. You know it's V or granny, okay? You'll have 20 V stitches in the front and back, and 10 on each side. Oh, hi Dawn, how are you? Oh, and she spins. Hello, hello. Oh, Kel said wait. I'm waiting. And by all means, any questions along the way, do not hesitate. If I go too fast, say, voila, Coco. Do we do 18, then 18, etc., then add 12 at the end of, yeah, exactly. Do 18, 18, 18, so you get the neck hole the size you want, and then add 12. But remember what count you're at before you add the 12. So in the instance on the screen right now, if I were to do 180 stitches, I would then add 12 after that. But the 180 is the number I need for the maths. Because the plus 12 is just for the corners. So that has nothing to do with the math for the front and back panels and the sides. Oh, Joanne needs a nap. All right, talk to you later. Thanks for popping in.
Bye, Joanne.
So yeah, so the way I did that math is I took the 180, divided it by 18 because that's our multiple. And that means I had 10 sets of my multiple, right? So for the front, we get 2 V-stitches for every number of multiple. So that's why it's kind of color-coded too. I take the 180 is the 180, and the 20 and the 10 are here with the maths. So you end up with 2 times 10 is 20. So you'll have 20 V-stitches on the front and 10 V-stitches on the side, assuming you start with the 180. But you can replace the 180 with whatever number makes the neck hole the size you want. Okay, let's see. Also remember that this will stretch some after a few rows due to the yarn weight. Yeah, it could very well. If you're doing with,
sorry.
if you're, oh, no worries. If you're doing it with cotton yarn, it'll stretch less, but it still has that that possibility. And that's also why I did the ribbing when I did the off the shoulder, to keep it like a little more snug. So do multiples of 18 until you have close to preferred size, then add 12. Exactly, Crystal. I should probably take my name off there because it might at some point get in the way. Let me get rid of that. Show display names. There we go. Okay, so at least that's out of the way. All right. So any more math questions before we move on? All right. So basically, yeah, I have 2 of the same one. All right. We got a double whammy of that slide, just in case you forget. There she is.
Hey.
Hello. How is you?
That's good. Sorry I'm late.
No worries. No worries. Had us a little worried, but
A little late. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I was going to call the house phone, but I was afraid that Joey would be sleeping.
No, he's awake. Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm late. But check this out. This is cool.
All right. So what we've done so far, Froggy, is we're chaining a multiple of 18 plus 12.
Awesome.
And this is the math involved after to figure out how many V or grannies to put on the front and each side.
Nice.
All right. So, sorry. Froggy came in and now I got a frog in my throat.
Oh, my.
All right. So, let's see. Fly swatter. Okay. So where you see the green dot, this is where we would have slip stitched. And that's also our starting point. So, and a little hack to help everyone chain about 8 and take chain off hook, insert hook first, chain back the last couple, and keep chaining from, yeah, I can actually show you a real quick, hang on, go back to overhead cam to give you an example of that. Let me get some yarn. All right. So what she's talking about is you chain a couple. Hang on. Chain a couple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like to go 5. I actually, yeah. Is that how I did it? Yeah. So then you take your hook out. You come in the back here, put it back on, and then just keep chaining. Am I on camera? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that keeps your chain straight.
Yeah, and that way when you're done, you just pull it through and your chain is not twisted.
Yes.
Let's see. Okay, thank goodness. I was worried it was going to start the slideshow over again on me. Okay, so we're actually starting in the corner. And you'll see why when we get to the end of the first round. Okay, so you're going to start for the granny stitch, I'm going to show you the, oh, hey, Cynthia. Are you left-handed? No, I'm not. But yeah, I had it flipped at one point because when we did the, when we do the dish rags, Froggy does right-handed, I do left-handed. Is it too confusing? I can switch it for this. Okay, so for the granny, you're gonna start with a chain 2 or a chain 3. I prefer chain 2 because I find when you slip stitch in, it gets that height at the tail end anyway. So I find chain 3 is a bit long. So I start with the chain 2. And once you get your chain 2, you'll double crochet 2 times into the same starting stitch. It is confusing for you. Just chain 2 and then 2 double crochet in the same stitch. Like the stitch you slip stitched into. Chain, I mean. I should saying stitch, I mean chain. And for the V stitch, you chain 4 and then double crochet into the same slip stitch chain. It says no problem. And I can show you real quick if you want. Back to overhead cam. Actually, you know what? I will flip it. Let me see. Which way did I flip it? No, cancel. Video capture. Filters. I think I did it with the filters. No, I did not. Hang on. Sorry, guys. Transform. Edit transform. I'm going to okay. I can't find where I flipped it, but I'll try to okay, so let's pretend this is my itty bitty starting chain. Oh, I lost one. Hang on. Just gonna pull it through. All right, so this is the starting slip stitch. So for the granny, you're going to chain 2, and then in the same stitch, same chain, you're going to double crochet 2. Oopsie. So you end up with a granny stitch. It's kind of fuzzy, eh? It's not very clear today. I don't know what's going on. And for the V stitch, you got your slip stitch there. You're going to chain 4 and double crochet into the same slip stitch. And you end up with a V.
Yep.
It's okay. Diagrams are good. Okay, cool. All right. So next step, you're going to skip 2 and 3 double crochets into the next chain. That's for the granny stitch. And then once you've done that, you just repeat that for the number of stitches that you mathed before. So for the example of the 180, we want 20, not including the corner stitch. So whatever's in yellow, that's what you want to be 20, or whatever the 2 times your multiple, number of multiples is for your
Love
math.
you, Granny D.
Oh, no worries, Granny D. Okay, I've got a huge disaster happening here. I think I better write this down. Yeah, and again, I will at some point put this slideshow up on the Facebook group. I probably won't have time before running off to see my kids. But when I get back or tomorrow at some point, I will add that back up. Or you can watch this back. Patsy says, sorry, I'm right-handed. I'm trying to do it. Oh, no worries, Patsy. No worries.
Hey, Steve.
Okay. And for the V-stitch, you can do the same thing. Skip 2, double crochet in the next chain 1, double crochet in the same, it says stitch, but I meant chain. So you end up with a V. And then you just repeat that for the number of like V stitches we figured out, which in this case would be 20, not including the corner stitch, the starting corner stitch. Let me know when you're ready to go to the next one. Oh, another thing too, I know you guys are probably already into this step, but I like to start with a row of single crochet or half double, or this is where you can get creative. So whatever kind of color you want, you can start with that. And then, but you need to end with the same number of stitches as you had chains. It's basically a granny square with a large open center, 4 corners. Exactly, Steve. Exactly. Yeah. The most complicated part is your first round, where you're figuring out how many V or granny stitches to have in the front, back, and sides. More like a granny rectangle. And once you've done your 20 or whatever number for the front panel that you need, we're going to move on to the first full corner, which is basically just a granny corner. So you skip your 2, do 3 doubles in the next stitch, chain 1, 3 doubles in the same stitch, same chain or stitch, depending. Interesting, as I'm doing a pattern that is basically a combo in panels, and there is not base. You just go into V stitches and clusters of 3. Huh. Okay. Kel's very confused. All right, let me go to overhead. Let me see if I can. I know I flipped it somehow. I don't know. Okay, scale filtering, no. Transform. Center, blah, blah, blah. Okay, it's got to be an edit transform. There's got to be a flip here. Just an alignment, blah, blah, blah. I know there's a way, guys. I know there's a way. I think because I flipped it vertically once already, it's not letting me flip it horizontal again after. Maybe if you show your sample. Yeah, I can show the sample for sure. Okay. So basically, here, let me undo the last bit where I attached things to show you what it looks like flat. Oh, apparently I did 2 rounds after attaching. Hang on a sec. Hang on, be right with you guys. Didn't realize I'd gone that far into my little baby sample. Okay. Oh, no, I gotta go all the way to the other side. Here we go. There we go. Okay. So this is what it should look like, flat. I'll flip this way so I don't have the tail. So you've got, like, in according to the images on the thing, you got your front, your back, and your two sides. So you're going to start with, you start with a partial corner.
Kelly, hers is a miniature one.
Yeah, just a little baby one, so it'll fit on camera. Yeah, so this I think I did 72, including the what do you call it?
The 12.
Yeah.
And
But,
Crystal is wanting to know 120 divided by 4 is 30 question mark.
It would be 120 divided by 18 is the first thing you would do. Here, let me put the math back up. So you take your number before the plus 12, whatever that number is, you divide it by 18. So it needs to be a multiple of 18. And then for the front, for every number of multiple that you have, for the front, you're going to multiply it by 2. And for the side, it's just 1. 108 before 12. Okay, so that would be 108 divided by 18. Let me get my calculator out. 108 divided by 18 equals 6. So you've got 6 multiples of 18 going on, right? So 2 times 6 is 12. So you're going to want 12 granny or V's on your front panel and 6 on each side. Oh, no worries, Kel. Okay, a little brain is struggling. No worries, no worries. I should have done multiple options just to make it a little easier to get, but I was in a hurry. Okay, so let me see. How many do I have here? Because that's the starting corner. Well, I'm backwards, so we'll say this is the starting corner. And then I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I was doing crystals, she would do 6. She'd do her starting one and then 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then in the next one, that's where you would start your full corner.
Yours is going to be really small, Crystal.
Well, it depends on the hook size she's using and size of yarn too, I guess. Just make sure you can comfortably fit your head through whatever hole you're making.
Oh, she's tiny. I forgot. Ouch.
Using a 6mm hook. Okay.
Yeah, she's using a J.
All right. So back to this. So, and again, for the corner, once you've got either your 20 V's or grannies, or in Crystal's case, 6, she's going to want 6 of these ones. We're onto the corner. Once again, just a granny corner for the granny stitch. 3 doubles in the chain 1, 3 doubles in the same chain. And for the V stitch, it's very similar, except it's double, chain 1, double, chain 1, double, chain 1, double. All in the same chain.
Except for between the V stitches.
Between the what?
The V stitches.
No, yeah. Well, it's, yeah, like once you do your last V of your front panel number, you skip 2, do a double, chain one, double, chain one, double, chain one, double. So you end up with 2 V stitches separated by a chain one. So you can basically look at the V stitch like a granny stitch, but rather than that middle double, it's just a chain.
Yeah, Kel's referring to the grannies.
Okay, so it's 3 double crochet, skip 1, then 3 double crochet on the sides. No, it's for the corner, Kel, it's 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, all in the same chain. Here, let me go back. So this is what it should look like. You see that what's in yellow is what we're currently looking at. So you see them all in the same corner stitch. You're skipping 2 after your last like multiple. And then you're doing all like 2 grannies separated by a chain 1 in the same corner chain. The downside to having this in OBS is you can't see my cursor. As I'm talking, I'm like pointing to things, but you can't see it. So that's the granny corner, and this is the V-stitch corner. Both exactly the same, except it's a V rather than a granny. All right. And moving around to the side, we're back to the granny. You're doing the exact same thing. You're skipping 2, and then 3 double crochet in the same chain, skip 2, 3 double crochet in the same chain. Coco, do you have this pattern in PDF form somewhere? Not yet, but I will. I have these all saved as JPEG, and I will print them as PDF and upload them to the Facebook group either later tonight or tomorrow. Hi all, I'm late. We'll catch the replay. No worries, Kat. Thanks for popping in.
Hey, Catbird.
Hi, Catbird.
So for the side, it's basically exactly the same as the front panel, except half the number of granny or V stitches. So for Crystal's example of the 108 start before the plus 12, she will have, what did we decide? 3.
She would have 3 sets of granny stitches.
On the side, yeah. So 6 along the front, then the corner, and then 3 along the side. And in the instance of the 180, you're going to have 20 across the front and 10 for the side. ADHD brain and working memory. I hear you, Crystal. I hear you. That's why I ended up at the last minute doing a diagram. I figured something for us ADHDers to look back on. It's all color coded and stuff, so hopefully it's pretty straightforward. All right. And once you've done your side, we're on to the next corner, which is the exact same thing as the first corner. It's just skip 2, and in the same chain, 3 doubles, chain 1, 3 doubles. And same for the V. The V is the exact same. Skip 2, do your V. Skip 2, do your V till you get to the corner. And then the corner is the exact same as before. Skip 2 and put 2 V stitches separated by a chain 1. And I know they kind of all look like chains, but that's all I had time to do.
Okay, if you're doing V stitches, it's a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, skip 2, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. And then when you get to the corner, it's double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. If it is the granny stitch, there's 3 doubles.
Yeah. Oh, no worries, Unique. You know what? Let me make my chain a bit bigger so I can show you. Actually, you know what? I could just continue where I'm at. Just make it bigger. Let me go back to the overhead real quick.
So Cal, let us know if you're referring to the V-stitches or the granny stitches.
Oh, hang on.
Hi, Maritza.
Okay, so I'm starting here. I'm going to do I'll do granny. Or, hey, Maritza. Okay, so you're doing granny? Okay, so just to do my starting corner real quick. So there. Okay, so once you've done your corner, skip 2. Oh, it doesn't really work like that because I'm not in chains, because technically you're skipping 3 after, but pretend I'm skipping 2. And then granny into the same
space.
3 double crochets all in the same space, or chain in your case. No chaining or anything after. The only time you chain in between is on the corners.
Yeah.
So once you've done your granny, you just skip 2 and do it again. 3 grannies in the same chain. 3 grannies, 3 double crochets. The
Faith Louise, whatever weight yarn you'd like to use.
Yeah, whatever weight, whatever hook. It is super ridiculously easy to customize. So just do that. And then once you get to corner, we'll pretend I'm on a corner now. We're going to skip 2. Do a granny. So 3 double crochets to do a granny. And this is where we chain 1 and then do another granny in the same chain, only for the corners. Right now, I'm actually using a 3 weight and a 4.5 mil hook. But I think when I actually do my full size one, I'm probably going to use like a 2 weight, and I think I'm going to use a 4 weight 4 mil hook anyway to keep it nice and drapey, and use a cotton, make a nice summery V-stitch one.
Oh, yes.
How would you figure out how much yarn would you need? Okay, because it's going to vary for everyone. The last time I made a full sweater and completed it using the granny stitch in this case, it was off the shoulder too, so I used a little bit less because I made my neck hole so big that it went off my shoulders. I used a 4 weight yarn, and I believe I used 1,200 yards for a size large XL. So to be safe, I would have, if you're like an XL or less, I would have, just to be safe, 12 to 1,500 yards of a 4 weight. I'm doing mine in DK cotton with a 6 millimeter hook, thinking the cotton may shrink a little some. It gets nice drape. Yeah, that sounds nice. That'd be nice and drapey and airy too.
Yes. Hey, Amy T.
Hello, hello.
Happy Mother's Day to you.
Happy Mother's Day. Yeah, so if you're using a 6 millimeter hook and you're making a teeny tiny one, so you could probably get away with like 1,000 or less yards. Are you doing granny or V-stitch? I know Kel's doing granny.
Hi, Amy.
Okay, so And you basically just repeat that all the way around. Like on the, just do your, you're moving on to the back now. So you'll want, in our example on screen, you'll want 20 across the front. You'll do another corner and then another 10 along the side. And then I'll show you how to complete your final corner. So pretend I've gone all the way around. I've done, there's 2 left. There should be 2 chains left when you've done your last V or granny. Sorry, my voice is going weird. So there should be 2 chains, and they should have back to your starting point where you do already have a V or a granny in there. I was doing granny, but thinking restarting with a V stitch to make it more lacy. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I don't have drop set up, Maritza. Sorry, I never got around to that yet. So, and if you don't have 2 chains between your starting V and you don't have the number of, once you've done the number of repeats that you need along the side, something went wonky with your math or the number of chains you've skipped along the way. You may be able to fudge it depending how off you are, but yeah. I might have to do it in fingering so I can join the other team. Oops, in the Mal 1000 for a medium at that weight. Yeah,
That would
depends.
be cool.
Yeah, I think it has more to do with like the hook size, even more so than the yarn weight.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Lisa.
Hey, Lisa. Okay, I'm having so many problems starting over. I'm so good at granny squares. Not so sure why I'm having trouble with this. Yeah, it's literally the exact same thing as a granny square, except for the number of grannies between the corners is going to be different depending on your starting chain. It'll get easier. Once you're past the chain, you literally just go in the spaces between each V or granny. It's literally like a granny square. It's just the starting chain makes it a little more complicated. So to complete your round, hey oodles and caboodles.
Hey, oodles and caboodles.
Oh, Vicky, there you go. She let us know. She knew we weren't gonna know. So once you have, is there any increase? Not in the first round, Patsy. Not in the first round.
Not yet.
Yeah. Yeah. So to finish off, you're going to do either a granny or a V stitch in the same starting point. Okay, Kel's switching to V. So right back where we started, there is already a granny or a V in there because we started with the half the corner. So we're going to put another V or granny in the same stitch. And then we're going to half double to the top chain. With the V, it'll be the third chain. With the granny, it'll be the second or third, depending how many you started with. And I do the half double, so we end up automatically in the middle of that space, because that's where we want to be, rather than slip stitching and then slip stitching back again into the corner. This just keeps you on track. How bad did that hurt everyone's brain?
Hey, Tiger Dragon Girl. I think we ought to do the rest of this next week.
Yeah, I thought we were. I was hoping to get past the first round today, but
new.
Yeah, we came on a bit late too. We were about 10 minutes ish behind. But
sorry.
Yeah, once you, no worries. But once you finish that half double there, you're done round 1, and then it's easy peasy. I promise. No more calculating, no more counting stitches. Just you're going between the spaces exactly like you would a granny square. Is it raglan style increase? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because pretty much where you you're only increasing on the corners. So for every corner space you have, you're adding 2. So you're getting 2 for every one. So you're adding 4 granny stitches for every round, pretty much. For each corner, you're adding one each round. And same for the granny. I just showed you the V, but the granny is the exact same. Put a granny in that same stitch you started with, and then join with a half double. And for those that are adventurous, I'll just show this real quick. Every other round is going to be like this. Just for the V, chain 4. You start the exact same way. Your corner is exactly the same. Your starting corner. You go around, but now you're going between each granny or V stitch. So wherever those green dots are, that's where you're putting your next V or granny. And in the corner, you're going to do your increase. So when I get home today, I will actually post a PDF of this, at least this portion, to get the top of your raglan done. And so for those that do want to get ahead, next week we can do a quick refresher and then work on the torso portion.
And the granny part.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. That's where you just put everything. And then, oh, yeah. I just, at that point, it's literally the same thing over. So I just switched to the V because there was less circles. But yeah, so just pretend the V's are grannies if you're doing the granny. It's fiddly to start. Yeah, it's definitely fiddly to start. But again, second row and beyond, easy peasy. I promise. And it might even be less fidgety if you start with a round of single or half double. It won't be as floppity and easier to count your stitches or chains. So that's up to you too. But just make sure you end that with the same number of chains you started with. Yeah. So that's basically it. Just go round and around, start and end the same way until you can fit your arms through if you fold it over. I'll just show you really quick what that means. Yeah, so see where I put I've folded it along the sides. So the front is not folded, the sides are folded. And you put stitch marker in each corner through both. And if you could comfortably fit your arms through there, you're done with the top portion. All right. So this will be, like I said, later tonight. Hopefully I don't forget. I'll put it on my calendar. I'll upload this to the Facebook group so you can get going on it. And next week we will work on the torso.
Awesome.
All right, so let's exit solo.
There we go.
There we go.
All right. Awesome sauce. Well, I do have a small announcement for you guys.
Oh.
In case you missed it, just so you know, I don't know if you remember, but Dan did the TFF anniversary boxes. These are the bags. He has a few of these bags left. If you want a TFF bag, you need to email him because there's only a few left. So email Daniel at pawpawayarns@gmail.com and let him know you're interested in the bag. There's only a few left, so let him know.
Where did I put mine? I got mine day before yesterday.
Just so you guys know.
I gotta put it back in the box.
Nana Kathy.
Hello.
Hi, Nana Cappy.
No worries. You're just in time for the goodbyes.
Nope, I just wanted you guys to know you could still get a TFF bag. So make sure you email him as soon as possible. Yeah, it's a great bag.
Absolutely.
It's
It's awesome.
Inside.
Yeah, super nice.
Yep. But he only has a few left, so.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thanks, Tiger.
Doesn't she have great headphones? I'm just saying.
Oh, my goodness. All right, so I got to run, guys.
Yes.
Takes about 40 minutes to get to Chateauguay. Coco, can I come back later for pattern. Yeah, absolutely. I will at some point tonight post a PDF of the instructions on what do you call it? On Facebook group.
It's in the Twisted Fiber Friends Facebook group. So
Yeah.
make sure that you're part of that.
Mhm.
Go in and join that, answer the questions, and you'll be in.
Yeah, and if you don't want to wait for that, you can watch this back and until I can get it up there. But I definitely have to go see my kiddos before I do that.
There you go. But thank you guys for being here. We appreciate it, and we'll see you next week on Keri's channel.
Yep. Thanks for coming, everyone.
Thank you,
Bye,
guys.
everybody. Love you.
Bye, guys. Mwah. See you next week.
Bye. We love you.